Okay, y'all. So this is my final commentary on the Joseline and Big Let situation. I finally saw the video that everybody was saying that they jumped Lex. To be honest, y'all, I still don't think that was jumping. I still don't think. I mean, I told y'all I have been in fights. I have won some. I have lost some. I've been jumped before. I done stabbed somebody before. So I done seen it all for the most part, right? I still don't think they jumped her. I'm sorry, I just don't. It looked like a regular fight where, well, I ain't gonna say a regular fight, but it looked like I still didn't see what ballistic beats had hit her. I didn't see it. I mean, unless y'all have seen some other shit that I ain't seen. I saw a link where somebody said this where the video where Lex got jumped. I didn't see it. Now I saw the video where Lex was sitting on like some type of, was it suitcases or whatever it was, and it was like a big heavyset Caucasian guy. He looked like he had a whole bunch of seat belts or something, whatever he had on his shirt. It was something, it was some weird shit. Ballistic looked like he had on a white shirt, and he looked like he had on plaits. I like him better with his low cut. That's just me. I thought he looked real nice looking with his low cut. I always thought that Ballistic was a nice looking guy. Just my opinion. And Ballistic was putting his finger all in her face and yelling at her. And now she looked like she had a heel in her hand, hitting her with it. But it looked like she was missing. But she was fighting back. And to me, to be honest, the first fight that I saw, it looked like I saw Melissa when Melissa was kicking her. And it do sound believable when Melissa said she bit her leg or some shit. And she kicked her. I guess that was her way of saying, bitch, don't do that. I guess that was her way of saying that. It looked like I saw another guy adding in a couple of licks. Now that was unnecessary because Joseline clearly didn't need nobody help fighting Lex. She had it on her own. But I didn't see where everybody tried to act like so many people jumped on that girl. I think it's like anything else where it's so much chaos going on in one setting and something like that you really can't tell who's doing what. You could tell people. I don't think it's considered. Now, in my opinion, getting jumped is different from fighting somebody and somebody else adding in licks. Is in my opinion. Now, this is why I say that. Okay, I've had situations where I told y'all the bus story time. Right? I told y'all the bus story time. That situation, I wasn't jumped. People were adding in licks to get me off of her because I was on top of her. I had her down on the seat hitting her. They was trying to get me off of her. Right? Which was effed up, but I already told y'all in that moment, when I was in that moment, I was upset. Like, this shit not fair. I'm fighting this broad. And these two dudes basically adding in licks to get me off. It's not fair. That means it's really 3-on-1 when you really think about it. That shit not fair, right? But like I told y'all, the girl I was fighting, she ended up being on the welfare. One of the dudes ended up passing away, and the other dude is locked up for a very long time on I'ma just say murder charges. I told y'all the backstory behind that. So, now looking back, I can laugh at it like, look at y'all. Look at y'all. You know what I'm saying? But then that shit was hurting my feelings. Like, damn, it's 3-on-1 because I'm fighting this girl and then I got these two people in the back of me hitting me in the back of the head, hitting me in the back any way they can to get me up off of this girl, which was whack. And that's why I believe the universe dealt with them in due time, right? Versus the time I got jumped. That's how I could tell you I've been there. I done it. I think it's different when you hear people say something versus actually it coming from somebody that actually been in similar situations. Versus the time when I got jumped. I told y'all I was walking away from the fight. The girl came up behind me pulling my hair. I turned around and I was still able to grab her by her shirt, pull her shirt over her head, and uppercut her. Had her head down. She was fighting mid-air. Next thing I know, her mama came from an angle. Oh, hell no, not my baby. And she She popping me to get me off her daughter that ain't had no business running up in the first place, right? That's what you call jumping. A non-stop, like popping. She was trying to get me up off her daughter. Once I walk away, bitch, you should have walked away. What you thought you was gonna do is sneak me and win, bitch. I still shouldn't have been able to turn around and just keep wailing on you like that. I shouldn't have been able to do that because you really had the upper hand. Not only did I have my back turned, you caught me off guard. You should have been able to, both of them together, they should have been able to have me flat on the ground in the fetal position. Them bitches still couldn't get me on the ground. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, I don't think this was that. I don't think this was that. I think it was more so, and this is coming from somebody that has been in similar situations with dudes and women, as far as throwing hands and other people adding in they little licks and stuff. And that bus story time is not the first time that I have fought somebody and other people added in their licks. It wasn't the first time and it wasn't the last time that had something like that happen. You see what I'm saying? So I can see it from my standpoint. I don't think they jumped her. Now, I done seen 3 different videos. From what I'm reading in the comments, it's only 3. I seen this one was different than the other 2 because I didn't know that even after they was trying to get her out the building. This one I just saw. I didn't even see the video where Joseline had got her so good that Joseline had, when this one now, she didn't get jumped in this one. The last little clipping that I saw towards the end of the video, Big Lex was scratched out across that ground with Joseline on top of her. Melissa wasn't there. And Ballistic was like to the side fussing with the guy. And I'm not talking about the guy in the green. This was a Caucasian guy Ballistic was fussing with. When he was telling him, you need to get hurt. And I'm not talking about the guy that was recording either. It was another one. Lex was on the ground. Looked like she was trying to kick Joseline off of her. But Joseline won't go on for that. Now, I'm going to say this. Let this be a lesson because I hate to say it, but you was taunting her a little bit. Now, I told y'all I don't condone jumping, as y'all already know that. But anytime it's a 101, the shit is fair and square. You made the song called Double Homicide. We ain't forgot about that. I done seen with my own eyes and heard with my own ears that this ain't no shit that I done read. I done seen videos you done made when you said you see Joseline, it was on site. Y'all bitches gonna learn to stop coming to social media telling somebody what y'all gonna do to them. Stop it. Because y'all the same bitches when people see y'all scary, look like y'all want to piss in y'all pants. Y'all not gonna always be around y'all friends and y'all people and them. And y'all keep talking about, well, I'm gonna carry this, that, and I'm gonna carry this, and I got this, and I got that, as far as what y'all got in y'all purse. Now, back in the day, I didn't believe in tote and carry. I didn't believe in it. But I told y'all, ever since that situation happened with me in the Chinese restaurant, where the guy had spit in my face, and I had spit back at him, I threw chairs at him, and I slammed my truck into his twice in traffic. Ever since then, I do believe in tote and carry. Because I realize there's people in this world that you may not be able to beat. So if they, like the cop had told me, if he had hit me, I could have 5 on him. You see what I'm saying? I could have. But I said, so what if I didn't have one in that moment? He said, well, I don't know what to tell you. He said, long as it's registered, that's all I can tell you. So, and if it wasn't for that Chinese man coming from behind the counter, that dude would have fought me. He looked like he already was ready to swing on me until the Chinese man told him, you would not hit her in here. I have told y'all that story. Well, I told y'all, I summed it up, but basically I did because it was really quick. You see what I'm saying? So, ever since that situation happened, I do believe in tote and carry. I do. I do, because it wasn't a woman. And there are guys out here that don't believe in, there are guys out here that don't care nothing about you being a woman. They don't. They not raised right. They hoodlums. They believe, whatever, they ain't shit. So, but more point I'm making is y'all not gonna always have that with y'all, that tote and carry with y'all. I don't care how much y'all say. You know why I think that kind of situation that happened in there as far as her bringing out that tote and carry? Because I haven't been to that event as far as like a boxing match. But from what I heard, you can't have stuff like that in the building. So you get where I'm going with it? So what happens? Y'all gonna learn to stop doing that, because what happens when you're in an event like Big Lex, where you may not have your people with you, and you may not have nothing in your purse, but you've been on social media talking about what you're gonna do to somebody when you see them, and how you gonna run down on them, and how you gonna whoop their ass. Colette did it. She said it. We're not gonna sit here and act like she did, and she did. And what happens when shit get real? And you, everything you done said on social media, what you gonna do? What happens when it's time to actually show and prove? At the end of the day, in the 3 videos that I saw, for the most part, it looked like it was Joseline on Big Lex. Now, I know they said the reason why Big Lex was so tired because she was fighting another girl. But at the end of the day, when you really think about it, Lex been talking big dog shit. Other than the stuff with Melissa and the other guy that was adding in little kits and stuff and little hits, to me, to be honest, it looked like it was just Lex and Joseline. Now, I told y'all how I felt about the situation, but I'm not reporting on it no more. Because I stand on my opinion. I don't think it was jumping, unless it's a 4th video around here. The one I saw last, that one was a little different than the other ones, but I know they said it's 3 videos. But unless it's a 4th one, based on what I saw, I don't think she was young. I think she was fighting Joseline. It looked like she probably was fighting somebody else originally. You could tell she was tired. It did at first. I thought Lex wasn't fighting back, but on the video that I saw today, she was. Looked like she was missing, but at least she was making an effort. Okay. And it just, I don't think it was jump. I think they was adding in little slick little licks. They probably ain't like her either. Been there, done that. I know how it feels. Feel like you against the room. I get it, Lex. But the difference between me and you is I never been the type of bitch that come on social media telling the next bitch what I'm gonna do to her. No, that ain't never been my thing. That ain't never been my thing. Never will be. And like I told y'all, to be honest, to me, I don't think the case gonna go nowhere, because yeah, y'all got proof of Joseline doing what she did, but I'm sure Joseline has a video in her phone of Lex saying what she was gonna do to her when she see her. And to me, to be honest, I think Joseline gonna be able to fight it. I really do. I really do. Now, the stuff that they said happened with the cop, I don't know nothing about that. They didn't really go into detail. They just said she was arrested really for something else. I don't know. Now, when they come forward with whatever's supposed to be happening as far as the next proceeding, then I might talk about it up here. But other than that, I'm done with the situation. I told y'all how I feel about it. Lex been talking a lot of big dog shit, and she was still talking at one point when Joseline had stopped. Y'all gonna get enough of making posts about people on social media. Y'all gonna get enough of that shit. Because like I told y'all can't always have y'all tote and carry. And this is a good example of somebody that has a lot of family and talk a lot of shit and got caught dolo. And I stand on that, period.